Hi, I'm Christina and welcome to my channel, ChriskaYoga. In today's video, I will be talking about Surya Namaskara B, or Sun Salutation B. Now, if you haven't seen it, I did a previous video on Surya Namaskara A, and you should definitely check that out before checking out this one because they kind of go hand in hand. But today we'll be focusing solely on B. As I've said in my previous Sun Salutation video, the Sun Salutations are an excellent way to warm your body up from the core. They're great to do before any other type of workout or before a yoga stretching class or any kind of stretch. It's great to warm your body up beforehand. However, they're also quite challenging, so I'm going to provide you with modification options for Surya Namaskara B as well. Before we get started, if you are not yet subscribed to this channel, hit that subscribe button down below the video. I post 2 free yoga classes every single week. It is completely free to subscribe, and I would love to have you as a subscriber. So if you're ready, grab your mat and let's get started. So we're going to start out with the full expression of the Surya Namaskara B, and then I'm going to show you a few modifications. This is a fairly advanced asana, so you might hear me get out of breath a little bit because it's hard to do and talk at the same time. So I'm going to do my best, so let's get started. Start at the top of your yoga mat in Tadasana, feet parallel or together, your choice. Make sure your shoulders are spread wide apart and your ribs are softening in towards each other. Take an inhale, sit your hips back, reach your arms up and forward for Utkatasana or fierce pose, also known as chair pose. On an exhale, lower your body, your torso down, bring your hands to the floor, coming to a forward fold. Inhale, looking up halfway. Exhale, plant your palms flat and lightly jump into Chaturanga Dandasana. Flipping to the tops of your feet for upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, raise your right leg up behind you and step it forward in between your hands. Knee above your ankle, set your left foot down. Align your heels, press into the ground with your feet, and lift your torso and arms up for Warrior One. Hold for a moment, and then set your hands down to frame your right foot. Come back to the ball of your left foot and move through Vinyasa, Chaturanga, upward facing dog, downward facing dog. Straighten to the other side. Inhale, raise your left leg up, step it forward. Bring your left knee above your left ankle, set your right foot down at 45 degrees behind you. Come straight into Warrior One. Lunging forward into that left leg, hold for a moment. Set your hands down to frame your left foot. Come back into plank and move through Vinyasa. Exhale, downward facing dog. Hold for 3 to 5 deep inhales and exhales. Inhale, raise your heels, bend your knees, look forward, and lightly jump your feet up into a half forward fold. Exhale, fold over. Inhale, sit your hips back, reach your arms up and forward once again for fierce pose. And on your next inhale, stand up tall. Exhale, release your hands down by your sides. Next, I'm going to show you a modification that you can do if you're not quite warmed up yet. You can also do this if you're still working towards building up your upper body strength, and also if you're still working towards improving your stamina. So come to the top of your yoga mat, stand up tall in Tadasana, mountain pose. Inhale, spread your shoulders wide, soften your front ribs in. On your next inhale, sit your hips back, reach your arms up and forward for fierce pose. Exhale, forward fold, hands to the floor, relax your head over. Inhale, look up halfway. Exhale, plant your palms flat and step your feet straight back into a plank pose. From here, you can lower your knees down, untuck your toes, and lower your whole body onto your belly. Bring your head to the floor. Inhale, come into a low cobra. Using your upper back muscles, test your hands. Exhale, lower your head down. Inhale, press into the ground. You can come through hands and knees if you would like to. Tuck your toes and straighten your legs into downward facing dog. On an inhale, raise your right leg all the way up behind you. Step it forward. Knee above your ankle. Set your back heel down. Align your front heel with your back heel so your feet are on railroad tracks as opposed to a tightrope. So your feet are either heel to heel or wider for this warrior one. Inhale, press into the ground with your feet. Raise your torso up. Reach your arms up and lunge forward into your right leg. Hold for a moment. And then set your hands down to frame your right foot. Come back to the ball of your back foot. Step back straight into downward facing dog. Straight into the other side. Raise your left leg all the way up behind you. Step it forward in between your hands. Your left knee is directly above the left ankle. Set the back foot down at 45 degrees. Come into warrior one. Lunge forward into that left leg. Hold for a moment. And set your hands down to frame your left foot. Step straight back into downward facing dog. From here, you can hold for 3 to 5 deep breaths. Inhale, raise your heels up, bend your knees, look forward, and take as many steps as you need to come back to a half forward fold at the top of your yoga mat. Exhale, fold back down. From here, inhale, sit your hips back, reach your arms up and forward for Utkatasana or fierce pose once again. On your next inhale, stand up tall, and on an exhale, release your hands down by your sides. This sun salutation is very customizable. You can use any of the modifications that I discussed in the Surya Namaskara A video that I spoke about earlier. You can replace the warrior one section of this sun salutation with high lunge instead. Some people prefer it. Warrior one can be a bit challenging and sometimes a little hard on the joints, so replacing it with high lunge is a great option as well. You can replace the upward facing dog with a number of things. You can do the low cobra option, you can do a fuller cobra back bend option, or you can just skip it altogether and go straight from plank to downward facing dog. There are so many things that you can do with these. I highly recommend playing around with it, seeing what works best for you and your yoga practice. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this class. If you liked this video, give it a thumbs up. Leave any questions or comments you might have in the comment section below. And of course, do not forget to subscribe for 2 free yoga classes on this channel every single week. For more yoga from me, helpful yoga tips and advice, check out my website, ChriskaYoga.com. There are tons of resources on there for you to take advantage of, so I highly recommend checking out my website as well. Also, be sure to follow me over on Instagram for daily motivation, inspiration, yoga advice and tips, just more yoga content that I provide. You can definitely head over to Instagram and follow me at ChriskaYoga over there as well. Thank you so much. See you next time. Are you a yoga beginner? Do you want to build a solid foundation for your yoga practice? Do you want to learn an effective way to add more yoga into your daily life? If so, you can learn all of this and more with my Yoga Starter Kit program. This program is your very own yoga toolkit that will help you understand yoga at a deeper level and achieve so much more out of your yoga practice. So be sure to visit ChriskaYoga.com/yoga starter kit to learn more.